turn now to CTV's Jeremie Charron. He's live for us in Ottawa. Jeremie, Tumbler Ridge is a small community, population 2,400 in the foothills of the Rockies. Everyone will be touched by this tragedy. What more do we know?
Yeah, look, absolutely, Marcia. We don't know much at this point, but to your point, this is a very small community, about 2,400 people. We're talking about a secondary school, so students between grade 7 and grade 12. It is likely that, many people know each other in this community, as you've touched on, a very small community. But we don't know much yet. Police at this point have said that they're not able at this point to understand the motive, to say, how this happened or why this happened, what the motivation was. As you've touched on, we know that 6 people were found dead in the school, plus the shooter. 1 other person died on the way to the hospital. 2 other people were found dead at a home away from the school that police believe was connected. 2 people airlifted to hospital, and then about 25 people treated for non-life-threatening injuries separately. So this is something that has impacted this community in a very large way. A small community that is going to be looking for answers, that is going to be looking to understand what happened here. All we know at this point, as you've touched on, Marcia, is that police have confirmed that the suspect is the same person that was identified earlier on in a text alert that went out to the community, which described the suspect as a female in a dress with brown hair. That is all we know about the suspect at this point. Again, we don't know anything about the motive. We don't know anything about the victims at this point, the extent of their injuries. We don't know yet. Police have not confirmed, what kind of weapon was used or whether it was multiple weapons. So a lot of answers still that we are looking for at this point. We'll be looking to get the latest from the RCMP. But certainly at this point, we're talking about a community that is absolutely fractured and looking for answers here.
Let's talk about reaction. What are you hearing, not just from leaders here, but around the world? And let's talk about what we've heard from the Prime Minister and how this is impacting his work.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's been a lot of reaction. Of course, you heard from the Premier there, federal politicians reacting to this, people, around the world, of course, watching and across the country watching very closely to see what happened here. The Prime Minister taking to social media late last night to comment on this and offer his condolences, and has changed plans so far, suspended plans he had to go abroad. He was set today to announce something in Halifax and then travel to Germany for the Munich Security Summit. That has been suspended for now. There's the message from Prime Minister Mark Carney. He says, "I am devastated by today's horrific shootings in Tumbler Ridge, BC. My prayers and deepest condolences are with the families and friends who have lost loved ones to these horrific acts of violence. I join Canadians in grieving with those whose lives have been changed irreversibly today, and in gratitude for the courage and selflessness of the first responders who risked their lives to protect their fellow citizens." We also heard on social media from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, who took to social media to offer his condolences and his message about what has happened in BC. Poilievre saying he is devastated to hear of the many innocent people murdered and injured in a senseless act of violence at a local high school in Tumbler Ridge. Our prayers are with the families, students, teachers, first responders, and the entire community grieving this profound loss. Now, politicians have been making their way onto Parliament Hill this morning for caucus meetings, for various meetings. We'll be looking for more reaction. We were able to get some reaction and hear from interim NDP leader Don Davies. Here's what he had to say this morning on Parliament Hill.
There'll be lots of time in the days ahead to parse what happened. At this point, I think the main thing is we just have to come together as a country and express our deep condolences and grief to all those who are suffering, and to offer whatever help might be needed in that community at this point in time.
So look, Marcia, again, details very limited here, very early on, of course, in this investigation. Everyone will be looking for answers, and we'll be looking to hear more throughout the day from the Prime Minister. We're expected to hear from the Prime Minister. At some point, he'll be making his way onto Parliament Hill, and reporters will be looking to get his reaction to what has transpired in BC.